In times of extreme danger, our world's greatest superheroes join together. Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, and The Flash. All members of the Justice League join to combat those forces which threaten the Earth. In Gotham City, a dark night settled over the dangerous slum known as Crime Alley. Under cover of darkness, gangsters and thieves crept into the streets. But as the villains of Gotham made their plans, they were watched by a figure cloaked in shadows.
Crime Alley. This is where it all began.
Years ago, a gunman snuffed out the lives of two prominent citizens and forever changed the life of their young son. After that night, the boy began a lifetime of training and began his war on crime and injustice. But he found that his training wasn't enough. He needed an edge, something that would make criminals fear him. He found his answer in a creature of the night.
I shall become a bat.
And so that boy, Bruce Wayne, became...
the Batman!
He found us!
You picked the wrong street and the wrong city for your hideout, boys. You should know better than to mug old ladies in Gotham, especially when you run down Crime Alley.
It's 2 against 1! Get him!
The two thugs attacked, but they were no match for the dark night of Gotham City.
Ow!
Had enough?
No way! I'm not going down without a fight! Ow! Ow!
How'd you find us?
It wasn't too hard for someone like the Batman, someone who'd studied science and criminology and the martial arts. In moments, the two villains were knocked unconscious.
Now to tie this garbage up and call the police department. Huh? What's that?
At that moment, a bright meteor flashed across the Gotham skyline and crashed near the waterfront.
Sounds like trouble.
Meanwhile, on the waterfront, police and firemen were struggling to put out a mysterious fire.
All right, move those fire hoses up on the double. Come on, before that warehouse burns to the ground.
It's good to see you boys from the fire department finally showed up. What a mess. Arson, maybe?
I'm not sure, Sergeant Bullock. The night watchman swore a meteor hit the building. And
A meteor? Like from outer space? You gotta be.
But before the policeman could finish, a loud rumble shook the ground, followed by another and another. Suddenly, from out of the building emerged a powerful creature, 8 feet tall and made of solid metal. The creature grabbed one of the terrified firemen in his metal hands.
No!
The helpless fireman froze in place, transformed into solid metal. Without pausing, the metallic monster turned to find more victims.
No, stay back! Stay back!
In moments, the rampaging monster had turned every fireman there into a metal statue. Roaring, the creature turned toward the crowd just as a dark shadow leaped from a nearby building and landed square on the monster's shoulders.
That didn't work. It's too strong. Let's try.
Pulling off his cape, the Dark Knight wrapped it around the metal monster's eyes, blinding the creature.
Time to get off his back.
Batman leaped away just in time. The metal monster grabbed the cape, instantly turning the cloth into metal. Then tearing the iron blindfold from his face.
That creature's got a touch of iron, and a grip of iron as well. It's like something from a campfire story crossed with an old monster movie.
As Batman slipped away, the metal monster turned toward the crowd again.
Got to get its attention off those innocent people. A well-placed batarang should do it.
With the metal monster close behind, Batman raced to a nearby junkyard.
That thing moves pretty fast for something that big and heavy. Too heavy for me. The explosives in my utility belt would never stop it. I need something big. Something like that giant trash compactor. Come and get me, you monster.
Hearing the sound of Batman's voice, the metal monster charged right into the giant trash compactor.
Monster. Come and get me, you monster. Come and get me, you monster. What's the matter? Never seen a tape recorder before? Come and get me.
The metal monster crushed the tape recorder. But before it could escape, Batman activated the trash compactor. The monster struggled against the machinery, but the crushing walls pushed steadily inward until the robotic creature was destroyed. An hour later, Alfred the butler left the well-kept halls of Wayne Manor and descended into the shadows of a secret Batcave beneath the mansion. There, Batman was lifting something from the Batmobile.
Ah, Alfred, could you help me unload this?
Large metal blob that looks like the remains of a 1953 Jaguar? Of course, sir. Taking up modern sculpture, are we?
This modern sculpture was once 8 feet tall, Alfred, and had a very nasty disposition. A few hours ago, it turned several of Gotham's finest into solid metal.
Good heavens. Master Bruce being turned into aluminum is most certainly not mentioned in the butler's handbook.
They're all right now, Alfred. Fortunately, they reverted back to normal after the alien was neutralized.
Alien? Sir, are you quite certain?
I've exhausted all other possibilities. I'd thought it was a robot, but our metal visitor apparently hatched from this meteorite after it crashed into a warehouse.
But how? Why?
I don't know. Yet, but I'll find out. And if there are any more of these creatures, I'm going to need help. Stopping aliens is a little out of my league. In fact, I may have to contact an altogether different league.
Meanwhile, miles away in Central City, a tour guide was leading visitors through the Flash Museum. Unknown to the museum visitors, one of them is Wally West, the Flash himself.
Right this way, ladies and gentlemen. As one of the world's superheroes, the Flash has helped save the world several times. This museum is dedicated to his efforts. We're standing in the Hall of History, where we'll see how the Flash first appeared. Now follow me and...
Oh, man. Am I ever bored? Bored? How can you get bored in this place? Don't you like coming to the Flash Museum?
No way. I'm only here because my teacher gives us extra credit, but you're too old to be in high school. What are you doing here, man?
Me? Oh, I like visiting because, can you keep a secret?
Sure, man.
I like coming here because, well, I'm the Flash.
What? Oh, yeah, sure, man. And I'm Lex Luthor.
No, I mean it. I'm Wally West, the guy who got zapped by lightning during a science experiment. And now, bang, I'm the Flash.
No way, dude. The Flash is one of those super guys. He's too busy saving the universe and stuff, so get off it. What's that?
Oh, that's just the signaling device hidden in my ring.
Signaling device? Hey, man, are you...
Gotta go.
Hey, wait!
Faster than the eye can follow, Wally West changed into the red costume of the Flash and raced out of the museum.
Hey, look! It's the Flash! Cool! Hey, Flash!
Oh, man! He's already out the door and down the street!
Too bad I couldn't wait around and talk, but that little buzz in my ring means the other members of the Justice League need me to come running. Luckily, that's what I do best.
As the Flash hurtled across the countryside at blinding speed, he received a message on the miniature communicator hidden in his costume.
Flash! Come in, Flash!
Flash here. I'm having trouble reading you. Who's there?
Transmission problems due to sunspot activity. Please report immediately. Secret sanctuary.
With a crackle of static, the mysterious transmission was cut off.
That's weird. Must be a lot of sunspot activity breaking up the signal. I wonder why they want to meet at the Justice League Secret Sanctuary. We haven't used that old place in years. Oh, well, I'll find out soon enough. It's 1,000 miles away, but I should be there in a few minutes.
But unknown to the Flash, he was being watched.
Run while you can, Flash Being. In a few minutes, you'll be history.
Meanwhile, a few miles away by the seashore, a lone figure flashed across the sky. A figure dressed in blue and gold and carrying a golden lasso. A figure the entire world knew as Wonder Woman.
This beach reminds me of my home. The hidden island of the Amazons that some call paradise, but that my people call Themyscira. I remember when I was a child, like those children down below. Back then, I thought my powers were part of a game. Until the day I was sent to the outside world to become the champion of justice, known as...
Wonder Woman. Hey, Wonder Woman!
Hello, young man.
Wonder Woman, are you going to check out those 2 meteors that landed over the hill? Are there some bad guys there, too?
Meteors?
Yeah, there was this big explosion and everything.
I'd better have a look. Goodbye.
Wow! I wish I could do that.
As Wonder Woman flew toward the crash site, the Flash broke the sound barrier as he raced across the continent.
1,000 miles in 30 seconds. That just might be a record, even for me.
At that moment, a strange silver creature leaped from behind a rock and touched the Flash's boot.
Now, Flash, you're mine.
What the? Hey, I'm slipping. I can't stop. Whoa!
Confused, Flash Being? Your great speed is of little advantage when your boots have been rendered frictionless.
Frictionless? How? Who?
I am an elemental, and while I inhabit this body, friction is mine to control.
The silver creature touched the Flash's costume, making part of it as slick as his boots. Then with a slap, the elemental shoved the superhero and sent him spinning toward a nearby rock. Since some of his costume had been rendered frictionless, Flash had no way to stop.
Looks like this is the end of the line for...
I've got you, Flash.
No!
Wonder Woman carried the speedster safely away. In moments, they were miles from the battle site. The Flash carefully removed his frictionless boots.
Oh, thanks, Princess. You really saved my hide.
Don't mention it. What was that creature?
I've got no idea. He called himself an elemental, whatever that is.
An elemental is a creature that controls one of nature's elements. Usually air, fire, water.
How about stone?
Yes, possibly stone. Why?
Because I think I found another one. Look out!
Whoa!
The Flash and Wonder Woman barely dodged away as a gigantic stone fist came crashing down. The fist belonged to a moving mountain of rock, another one of the dreaded elementals.
Look at the size of him!
Yeah, and he's ugly too, but he's not too fast. I'll take care of Rocky here while you track down that slick character.
Right.
Hey, Rocky, you want to go a couple of rounds with the Flash? Try and catch me all you want, gravel brain. In the meantime, I'll start in with a few thousand well-placed karate chops.
While the Flash drilled away at the stone elemental like a jackhammer, Wonder Woman soared ahead to find their other foe. She spotted the elemental gliding effortlessly along the ground below. Taking out her magic lasso, Wonder Woman planned her attack.
Where did they go? The honor of Appalachian demands that they be destroyed. That miserable sprinter and that star-spangled do-gooder can't escape me forever.
Looking for me?
What is this? Ghost!
Trapping the elemental in the coils of her magic lasso, Wonder Woman pulled the creature high into the air.
Who are you? And what is Appalax?
You'll suffer for this indignation.
Tell me. As long as you are held within the coils of my lasso, you must answer with the truth.
Ha! Do not give me orders, Arthur. Nothing can long grip a body that controls its own friction. I have only to make myself as slick as oil and...
No! You'll fall!
Of course I shall fall. But only as fast as I want to. As my friction against the air increases, it slows my descent.
And makes you an easy target. For this!
As the falling elemental tried to recover from her powerful blow, Wonder Woman flew away.
Running, Arthur? Escape while you can. Once I have reached the ground, I'll find you.
I'm right here, alien.
Wonder Woman had retrieved one of the 2 meteors that had landed nearby, and using her immense strength, carried it back to the battle.
I spotted this meteor when I flew over the area earlier, and I think that you have something in common with it.
No! 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 We will have our revenge!
As Wonder Woman locked the elemental safely back inside his shell, the Flash continued to chip away at his mountainous opponent.
This is going better than I'd hoped. Ow! This would have been a lot tougher if I hadn't taken those karate classes. Ow! Of course, my hands and feet are, still gonna be pretty sore in the morning. Ow! Avalanche! Yes! I just love making a molehill out of a mountain.
Flash!
Wonder Woman, we're slick.
Resting comfortably inside this object.
It looks like a meteor.
But it's actually a spacecraft. Once I trapped him inside, he became dormant.
And look, my boots and costume are back to normal.
Slick said something odd before I stopped him. Does the name Appalax mean anything to you?
Appalax. Of course. I knew there was something familiar about those creeps. Appalax is a planet about 30 light years away. The creatures who live there created a bunch of elemental constructs, like the ones we've been fighting. They tried to take over the Earth a few years ago, but their plan was foiled by the Justice League. They're like androids, only tougher. Depending on how many are on the loose this time, they just might have the power to destroy the Earth.